The following is a live presentation of Retro Sports Network, home of the champions of the past. Come on, show up on the screen. Here we go. Present and or future. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is Ron Juckett. Welcome to the program for this 8th day of August, 2024. My 26th wedding anniversary. 1998 really was 26 years ago. Anyway, we now have reached the fun part of this replay. We are pretty much now in pennant chase mode for 3 of the 4 divisions. The New York Mets, they've won the East. They've won the National League East. They have a double-digit lead over the Philadelphia Phillies and the Pittsburgh Pirates and everyone else in the division. The Mets will bring up Greg Jeffries over this weekend, and he will be eligible for the playoffs, which will start at the home of the National League West champions, which at the moment would be the Cincinnati Reds. They now have, as we play the games of Friday, August 26th, 1988, a 4-game lead over the Dodgers. The Dodgers are going to need some help. They got to start winning, and Oral Hershiser needs to be Oral Hershiser. The American League East seems to be a 3-team race as we head in the final month of the season. The Red Sox with the lead, followed by the Tigers, who've won 11 straight. You will see if they can win their 12th straight Monday in this really rare 2-game, 1 day, whatever. I'm grasping at straws here. We're playing 2 games on Friday, the 26th of August, and we'll do them a couple days apart. So, and of course, the Blue Jays are still in good shape. They can still win the thing. The Yankees and the Brewers, not out of it, but the fat lady is starting to sing. How you doing, midlife crisis? Nice to have you on live. Which leaves us to the American League West. And with a handful of games to go, the Minnesota Twins, I don't think you would have thought that they would have had the best record in all of baseball. It was 79 wins, but they do. And if you had the Kansas City Royals as the second best team in baseball with 78 wins, you've been smoking something, because I don't think anyone going into 1988 thought that the Royals and the Twins would have had the 2 best records in all of baseball. And yet here we are. The A's continue to, be a good team, but they really aren't a factor in this. And guess what? The Twins travel to Kansas City for the first of 3 against the Royals. The second game of this series you'll see next Wednesday live here on Retro Sports Network. So that's it. That's the setup for you. Oh, by the way, it's Frank Viola for the Twins and Charlie Leibrandt for the Royals. It's October baseball in August on a rainy night in Kansas City. Let's do this, shall we? As Retro Sports Network presents Major League Replay 1988 today from Independence, Missouri. It is the Kansas City Royals and the Minnesota Twins. And today's game is brought to you by DigitalDevice.com, the best darn podcast on the web for your sports simulation and replay needs. Find us today on Spotify, Spreaker, iTunes, or wherever else fine podcasts are listed. So how you doing, Jamie? Oh, glad you enjoyed the podcast. It was you that we did that one for. So here we go. The Twins are 79 and 47. The Royals are 78 and 48. The Twins are going to go with Frank Viola, who hasn't pitched against the Royals yet this year. Charlie Leibrandt goes for Kansas City. He's 11 and 10. He is 1 and 1 and has pitched very well against the Twins. It is a rainy night here in KC and a hot night. So, again, this is it. This is 1 game apart type stuff. Charlie Leibrandt making his warm-up tosses. He's on staycation. So your daughter and granddaughter are visiting. Congratulations. Hope you're enjoying the time. Why are we doing this? Why are we doing this? Here we go. Having some YouTube issues. All right. Where was I? Charlie Liebrant making his 28th start. He'll make 7 more. He's 11-10 with a 3.07 ERA. He's 32 years old. Fastball at 84 and a ground ball pitcher. His ERA is 10th in the American League. He's 22nd in wins and 24th in strikeouts. Him and Brett Saberhagen are going to have to carry the load if the Royals are going to win the division. Cleveland beat him 6 days ago. He last pitched on the 20th in a 2-1 loss to Cleveland. 7 1/3 innings, 116 pitches, 9 hits. 2 runs, both earned. He walked 4 and struck out 4. So on the year, 199 2/3, 179 hits, 76 runs, 68 of them earned, 11 homers, 58 walks, 103 strikeouts. Now, against the Twins, it is his 3rd start. He is 1-1 with 17 innings pitched, 12 hits, 4 runs, all earned, 5 walks, and 8 strikeouts, and a very healthy 2.12 ERA. This will be the lineup he'll face. It'll be Dan Gladden leading off in left. Tommy Herr at second will bat second. Kirby Puckett in center will go third. Gene Larkin cleans up as a DH. Kent Herbeck at first will bat fifth. It's Tim Loudner's turn behind the plate. He'll go sixth. John Christensen is in right, just like he was against the Tigers. And this is the Twins' next game. They did not play they had the off day Thursday to go between Minneapolis and Kansas City. Greg Gagne is at short. He'll bat eighth. And it's Al Newman at third. He'll bat ninth. Lee Brandt, 8 innings, maybe more. Defensively for the Royals, it's Bo Jackson, who's a 5 and an 8 in left. Willie Wilson is 7 and a 6 in center. Danny Tartable is a 3 and an 8 in right. Kevin Seitzer is a 6 at third. Kurt Stillwell a 4 at short. Frank White a 7 at second. George Brett a 5 at first. Owen, who I'm not familiar with, is a 7 and a 4 behind the plate. And Lee Brandt is a 7 on the mound with a .954 fielding percentage. Gladden steps in at 245, 8 homers and 40 RBI. And this one starts with a line drive base hit left field. Bo will pick it up, and Gladden is on with a leadoff single. So now bring back Tommy Herr. Tommy at 317, 2 homers, and 19 RBI. He does have some experience here on this field from the 85 World Series. And I believe, although you're seeing in grass field, I think it was the same carpet in 85 that's here today. So, and as someone who was a very good artificial surface second baseman, advantage her. And the pitch to Tommy is a ground ball to Lee Brandt. White for 1. He'll go to Brett, and it's a 1-4-3 double play. So 2 quick out right there, and Lee Brandt gets his best friend. So here's Kirby Puckett. Look at the outcome box for this. Kirby at 363, 20 homers, and 98 RBI. This is game 127 for both teams. Pitch to Puckett. Rip to right. Tartable is there. Has it for the out, and that will retire the side. Twins get a hit and erased on the double play. After half an inning, no score. So here is Frank Viola, the presumptive Cy Young Award winner in the American League. He is making his 28th start. He has 7 left after this. He will not win 24 games, as he did in real life, but he certainly has a good chance at 20. He's 15-7 with a 2.93 ERA. He is 28 years old. He throws the fastball at 89, and he's a ground ball pitcher. His last appearance came 6 days ago against the Rangers, in which the Twins won 8-5. He went 7 innings, 118 pitches, 5 hits, 2 runs, all earned. He walked 4 and struck out 8. And so in Viola's best year, as far as awards go, he's gone 208 2/3, 177 hits, 72 runs, 68 of those earned, 20 home runs, 42 walks, and 167 strikeouts. The lineup for the Royals. Willie Wilson will lead off in center field. Kurt Stillwell will bat second and play short. Kevin Seitzer goes third at third. George Brett cleans up at first. Pat Tabler is the DH. He'll bat fifth. Danny Tarnable in right will go sixth. Frank White at second will bat seventh. Bo Jackson in left will go eighth. The Los Angeles Raiders are crossing their fingers that the Royals don't win the division. Larry Owen, who is a 33-year-old catcher, will bat ninth, and Viola can go the distance. Defensively for the Twins, it'll be, look in the right spot, Gladden, who's a 7-arm in left. Kirby Puckett a 10 and 8 in center. Christensen a 2 and a 3 in right. Al Newman is a 3 at third. Gagne a 5 at short. Tommy Herr is a 5 at second. Ken Herbeck a 3 at first. And Loudner is a 7 and a 4 behind the plate. Viola a 3 on the mound with a 946 fielding percentage. Gus says, good afternoon. Thank you. The podcast, we had a good time doing it. I think it comes down to, when it comes to soccer, Dave shouldn't overthink strategy. I've been following the game for almost 50 years. When you play APA, it's the only APA game that has fast action cards. Willie Wilson at 255, 5 triples and 28 RBI. Viola starts this big ball game. Strike three. Got him to chase a 2-2 curve. So 1 out for Kurt Stillwell, who's hitting 239, 4 homers, 8 triples, by the way, and 42 RBI. Here's a little chopper to Herr. Tommy in on the plastic, throws to Herbeck for the out. Gus, how are you going to fare tomorrow with the storm? Kevin Seitzer, by the way, hitting 322, 5 homers, and 52 RBI. Viola winds and deals, and there's a ground ball to Gagne by the bag at second, and Seitzer's going to get a single. That ball was hit a little too slow and had a weird hop on the turf, and Gagne just knew he wasn't going to get him. So a 2-out single brings up George Brett, hitting 327, 18 homers, and 98 RBI. How you doing, Gary, who loves 80s baseball? Pitch to Brett. Another ground ball to Gagne, and he got a bad jump on this, and Brett's going to reach with a single. Gagne, I thought, probably had a play at second, but he tried to get the older Brett and didn't get anybody. So first and second, 2 out for Pat Tabler, hitting 333, 3 homers and 35 RBI. So the Royals, again, the next 9 days, these teams play 6 times. Pitch to Tabler. Ground ball up the middle. Gagne this time will take it himself, and the Royals can't do any damage. Tabler doesn't get much of anywhere there. So 6U on the fielder's choice. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors. Royals strand 2, and after 1, no score. Just as well as you, probably just an hour earlier than what arrives in your area. Yeah, we were supposed to do dinner tomorrow night out, and we're not going to. We've rearranged for Saturday for our anniversary dinner. And we're going to get our fair share of rain, but New York is going to get more than Vermont. It'll be Larkin, Herbeck, and Loudner to face Lee Brandt here in the second. Gene at 264, 8 homers, and 53 RBI. How you doing, Tim? Day 3 without power. Goodness. Storms? That's rough. Pitch to Larkin. Gene swings. Ground ball to Stillwell. Shortstop's been busy so far. Over to Brett. Larkin's running, and he is safe. He beat it out. I don't know if that's just hitting some well-worn spots on the carpet or what. Here's Herbeck. Kent at 319. 23 homers and 92 RBI. Lee Brandt's pitch walked him. So first and second, nobody out now for Loudner. Tim hitting .258, 9 homers, and 45 RBI. 70-mile-an-hour winds in Northeast Ohio on Tuesday. Yikes! Many down trees. Yeah, hopefully we get the break. The track for Debbie moved west. Doesn't mean we're not going to get the rain, and there are a lot of waterlogged people. We don't need it here. But it'll start raining tonight, subside for a while, and then pick back up tomorrow night. And then blow out of here, which is why we made the decision to do our anniversary dinner on Saturday as opposed to Friday. Pitch to Loudner. Ground ball up the middle. Stillwell's got it White for 1. Frank pivots, throws to Brett, and they will turn it. So 6-4-3. Runner on third, 2 out. So Larkin 90 feet away for John Christensen, who is at 182. Don't blink. No homers and 2 RBI. In the left, Bo will make the catch, and the Twins get nothing out of it. No runs, a hit, and after an inning and a half here in Kansas City, it's the Twins nothing, the Royals nothing. If it's a downpour, oh God, demos and Tim. If it's a downpour, would it be a Debbie Downer? Yes. Yes, it is. Yeah, thankfully it was in the office when the storm happened, but at least the local movie theater has power and can use the time killer if needed. Is there anything worth watching at the movies? Danny Tinable at 264, 22 homers and 83 RBI. Viola starts the second, struck him out, and 0-2 fastball outside on the black went away. So here's Frank White. One of the reasons why the Royals are doing so well is White. He hit 235 on the real year, but on this in this replay, he's hitting 284. 8 homers and 76 RBI. That would be a Debbie Gully Washer. Yes. I don't think Debbie did Dallas with this. And I don't think Debbie does Saranac Lake has the same ring to it. Maybe Dannemora. Pitch to White. There's a ground ball to her. Tommy throws to first for the out. So White is retired. 2 away for Bo, hitting 261, 20 homers, and 52 RBI. Viola winds and deals, and Bo strikes out. So that's 3 for Viola, and 0-2 fastball that Bo watched like a barn on the side of the road. And after 2, no runs, no hits, no errors. It's the Twins and Royals. No score. Twisters, okay. Deadpool versus Wolverine. So plenty to see if you're into that sort of thing. It'll be Gagne, Newman, and Gladden here in the third to face Leibrandt. Greg is hitting 242. 15 homers and 54 RBI. Charlie deals. Gagne kind of drops this one fair, and Owen's just going to eat it. A check swing dribbler, and Gagne has a single. So the third hit for the Twins. And now I'll bring up Al Newman hitting 203. No homers and 9 RBI. They throw to first, and Gagne, did they get him? They might have got him. Yep, they got him on a rundown. Brett throws down to Stillwell. He'll tag him for the out. So the Twins get a runner thrown out. I was mostly trying to see if Newman was going to bunt. But instead, Gagne was going all the way, and sometimes you got to watch where those lefties on the mound are throwing, because it's just an easy throw to first. And so Leibrandt to Brett to Stillwell. 1, 3, 6 on the pick. So now here's Newman. Nope. Buddy on. And there's a ground ball to third. Seitzer waits, has it. Long throw to Brett. and Newman is retired. So 2 out for Gladden. Opening 9 for Lee Brandt. 34 pitches. 2 2/3. 3 hits and a walk. Gladden singled to start the ball game. Ground ball to Stillwell. Kurt has it over to Bratt. And that'll do. So Lee Brandt picks off the runner. And after 2.5, no runs, a hit, no errors, it's the Twins nothing, the Royals nothing. So here is Larry Owen. Larry hitting 177, no homers and 11 RBI. Viola starts the third, ground ball to her, Tommy's throw to first, and Owen is retired. So 1 out for Willie Wilson, who struck out his first time up. Opening 9 for Viola, 31 pitches, 2 1/3, 2 hits, and 3 strikeouts. Ground ball past Herbeck and past Christensen, all the way down the line and right. Wilson turns on the afterburners. He's going to dig for 3. The throw directly from Christensen is cut off by Gagne, and Willie's got his 6th triple of the year. So with 1 out, the Royals have Willie Wilson on third, and here's Kurt Stillwell, who is 0 for 1. That wasn't a bad play. It wasn't a good one either. So Viola will work from the stretch. Wilson on third. Stillwell laces this to center. Puckett is there. Does he get an out? He makes the catch. Wilson tags. The throw from Kirby is in time. They got him. How about that? A double play. Tim Loudner blocks the plate, and Wilson couldn't get around him. It was a good throw from Puckett and a better tag from Loudner, and the Royals get nothing out of it. Wow. And after 3, they get a hit. That's it. Minnesota nothing, Kansas City nothing. And that's why 77 isn't 100, because he had a 77% chance to score, and Kirby just threw a dead strike to the plate. So here's her. Tommy grounded into a double play his first time up. The margin of error is so tight between these two teams that anything can just kind of break the balance. Kirby Puckett was Gary's all-time favorite player. I always loved him too. Pitch to her. Tommy swings, ground ball, left side, base hit. So here is Puckett. He's 0 for 1. These two teams have played 6 times. And in one of those, and the home team has won all 6. So there really, after this, isn't anything to separate them. They'll play 7 more times. They'll probably do most of those 7. The Twins won all 3 in Kansas City, holding the Royals to a whopping 2 runs. And then the next weekend they played here in Kansas City, and the Royals swept. So here's Puckett. That's pretty amazing. Her on first. There he goes. Hit and run was on. Stillwell will go to first with it. Her will get second. Puckett is out. And the Twins have a runner in scoring position. 1 out here in the top of the 4th. Here's Gene Larkin. Gene is 1 for 1. He singled. He'll do it again. That's in the gap in left center. Her's going to round third and try and score. He will score without a throw. Wilson just flips it back in the infield, and the Twins strike first, 1-0. Wow. So the 5th hit for the Twins. Lee Brandt rubs up the baseball as Ken Herbeck steps to the plate. He walked his first time up. So Larkin with an RBI single, and it's the Twins up 1-0.
That's a base hit in the left field. Bo will pick it up off the wet turf. Larkin will hold at second. And the Twins are timing Lee Brandt quite well. Thank you very much. And that'll bring up Loudner, who grounded into a double play. So again, you go back to the fly ball to Puckett and Loudner being able to block the plate so Willie Wilson couldn't score. It's those little things that make all the difference in the world. Do you know if there's any out-at-home field advantage built into the results other than batting last? I don't think so. Let's take a look, shall we? Not there. And not there. You're going to show me the rules? So here are the rules that I have set. There's park effects. That's about it. Yeah, the field dimensions coming up atop. You know, this place is playing good average, +5 average for left-handed batters, +11% average for right-handed batters, but it plays as a big park. You have a 31% less of a chance to hit a home run for lefty and 27 for righty. So there are ballpark advantages, but not necessarily home field advantages. Loudner grounded into a double play his first time up. Flies this one to left. Bo coming in. Makes the catch. Larkin goes back to the bag and will hold at second because Bo's got a cannon out there. 2 out. Brings up John Christensen, who's 0 for 1. Hopefully that answered your question. Christensen. Round ball to White. Frank runs in. Has to make a snap throw to Brett. And that will retire the side. Twins score first. 1 run, 3 hits, no errors. Bottom of the 4th here at Royal Stadium. It's the Twins 1, the Royals nothing. So here are the standings. And again, we're not playing any other games from this Friday after this because we'll be doing Detroit and Milwaukee on Monday. It's 1 game in the West. It's a 36-game shootout, and these two teams will play 7 times. Oakland, by the way, is 7 back. They need Minnesota and Kansas City pretty much to go 4-3 against each other. In the East, Boston by 1 over the Tigers, who have won 11 straight. Toronto 2.5, and then Milwaukee and New York. It's looking kind of grim for them. In the National League East, the Mets' magic number is 24. Interesting because we're going to get some teams eliminated pretty soon. Baltimore, Atlanta, California, and Chicago are knocking on the door for 1989 as far as when they'll play meaningful baseball again. But there's only an 8 elimination number difference between Philadelphia and Montreal. And in the West, the Dodgers are 3.5 behind the Reds. San Diego is 7.5 back. And San Francisco is 10. And they miss Gary Gaetti for sure. Didn't the Twins have a large lead at one point? They still have the best record in baseball. I think it was probably 5 or 6. Detroit just swept them up in Minnesota. And the Royals just keep winning. I mean, both of these teams, I mean, they've come back down to earth a bit. The Twins at one point were winning 2 out of every 3. But the Royals would be in first place in any other division. And the A's would be in first place in be a game and a half behind Cincinnati in the West. Seitzer, by the way, singled his first time up. Chopper to her. Tommy comes in. Scoops a throw to Herbeck. 1 out. So here's Brett. George singled his first time up. Again to her, this time behind the bag at second, over to first, 2 out. So Viola trying to see if he can make a 1-run lead stick. Here's Tabler. Pat's 0 for 1. Fly ball left center. Puckett will make the catch, and it's 1-2-3 for the Royals here in the fourth. No runs, no hits, no errors. We'll go to the fifth. 1-0 Twins. The Twins, I believe, only won 87 in 87. Maybe it was 83. Someone will tell me. And so they're clearly going to have a better regular season than they did when they won the World Series, which they did in real life, but they finished well behind Oakland. Greg Gagne, by the way, is singled. He's 1 for 1. There's a ground ball to Stillwell, hit hard. Kurt snaps it up, throws to Brett for the out. 1 out for Newman. Al is 0 for 1. Lee Brandt winds and fires. And there's a ground ball left side, base hit. So Newman has a single. Lee Brandt hasn't pitched all that well, but the Royals haven't helped him out any. Here's Dan Gladden. Dan is 1 for 2. He has singled. Lee Brandt, 18 batters, 64 pitches, 4 1/3, 7 hits, and a walk. That's it. There goes Newman. It's a hit and run, and Gladden will single. Singles past Stillwell on the left. Newman goes on to third. The Twins are being quite aggressive on the bases. So 1 out. They're going to try to manufacture another run. And here is Tommy Herr. Tommy scored the lone run for the Twins in the fourth, following a single. You're going to see if they can subdue Gladden into getting thrown out, and Dan isn't doing that. Gladden, however, has stolen 24 on the year. Runners on the corners, 1 out, top the fifth. Twins up 1-0. Lee Brandt would love to induce a ground ball. Herr hit into a double play his first time up. Lee Brandt bobbles it. Nobody's out. Lee Brandt by the first base side of the rubber went to put the glove down, and it played him. And by the time he picked up the hot potato, the run had scored. Gladden went to second, and Tommy's on first. It's 2-0 Twins. Remember, we showed you this a moment ago. No road team has won in the season series, and this is the 7th of 13 games. The Twins won all 3 in Minnesota, and the Royals won the first 3 here in Kansas City. Here's Kirby Puckett. He's 0 for 2. Pitch to Kirby. There's a base hit right center field. Wilson will try and cut it off. Gladden scores with ease. Herr will hold at third, and Kirby's got himself an RBI single. And it's 3-0 Twins. For Gene Larkin. Gene is 2 for 2. He has singled twice and driven in a run. So runners on the corners, and Lee Brandt is not having a good old ball game here. Pitch to Larkin. There's a ground ball to White. They're going to try for 2. They'll flip to Stillwell to get Puckett, and Larkin's going to reach, and Herr's going to score because the throw to Brett from Stillwell is late. And it's now 4-0 Minnesota here in the fifth. So now I'll bring up Kent Hrbek, who was walked and singled. Twins trying to show everybody why they are the best team in baseball. Pitch to Hrbek. There's a slow chopper to Brett. George takes it to the bag, and that'll do it. However, a big inning for the Twins. They get 3 runs on 3 hits and an error, and halfway home on a nice day here in Burlington, Vermont. Minnesota 4, Kansas City nothing. Well, if you joined us late, here's how we got here. These two teams are one game apart. And the Twins, who had that one-game lead at 4-0 here in the bottom of the fifth. 4 runs, 9 hits, no errors for the Twins. No runs, 3 hits, an error for Kansas City. Gene Larkin with the RBI single in the fourth to score. Tommy Herr made it 1-0 in Minnesota. And then in the fifth, they send 7 to the plate and score 3 times. Tommy Herr with a fielder's choice to make it 2-0. Kirby Puckett an RBI single to make it 3-0. And Gene Larkin with a fielder's choice to make it 4-0. And so Frank Viola looking for win number 16 on the season, a 3-hitter through 4 with 3 strikeouts. Lee Brandt, 5 innings, 9 hits. 2 of those runs are unearned, but the error was Charlie Lee Brandt's. He does have a walk. Danny Tartable struck out his first time up. Jamie took the plunge and bought Action PC Baseball. Enjoy and ask questions. Yeah, he is a Patreon, Gus. And ask questions. Pitch to Tartable. There's a pop-up. Left side, Gagne will make the play for the out. It's still raining here in Independence. No wind, and it's a light rain, 81 degrees. Everyone's got their ponchos on and crossing their fingers. Here's Frank White. He's 0 for 1. Slow chopper to Gagne. In on the wet turf. Throws to first for the out. So 2 away. Viola cruising right along here with 2 out in the fifth. Here's Bo. He struck out his first time up. Viola winds and deals, and Bo rips this one into left center for a base hit. So the 4th hit for the Royals. Bo hitting .390 in the month of August. So a 2-out single for Larry Owen, and Bo's going to go. And Loudner says, you can have it. Take it. It's yours. Merry Christmas. So Bo gets his 22nd stolen base of the year. And now a 1-strike count to Owen. Viola's pitch. Owen strikes out. And 0-2 fastball got him looking, which is why he was told to take second base. No runs, a hit, and no errors. We go to the 6th here in Kansas City. It's Minnesota 4, the Royals nothing. So Loudner, Christensen, and Gagne to face Lee Brandt here in the 6th. And Loudner is 0 for 2. He's grounded into a double play. I'm not going to remember the name, of course, but I find it kind of sad that the Chicago White Sox fire their manager the day after they get their first win in a month. If you're going to fire him, and I'm sure that the gentleman is relieved he no longer has that to worry about, don't you do it while you're losing and not after you win your first game in a month? Pitch to Loudner. There's a liner in the left center field that will drop in front of Bo, and Tim has himself a single. 10th hit for the Twins. So here's Christensen. John is 0 for 2. Yep, Pedro Griffel. Yep. Bo on the go. Yep. Greifel. Pedro Greifel. I mean, the poor guy had to suffer through all that. They win a game. By the way, they won 5-1, which was the same score that they lost the day before. Pitch to Christensen. Loudner on first. Ripped down to third. Seitzer goes to White for 1, and Christensen's going to reach. So that was a rifle shot down to third, and Seitzer did the smart thing and got the lead runner. 1 out for Gagne. Greg is 1 for 2. He's got himself a single today. Twins have 10 hits. In the left field, back goes Bo, and he will corral that for out number 2. A bass-ackwards ornament move for sure. Oh, absolutely. I mean, if you're going to be put out of your misery, do it while you're losing. Although the White Sox really haven't done much right the last couple of years. Al Newman is 1 for 2. He has singled and scored. Twins 4, Royals nothing here. 2 out, top the 6th. Pitch to Newman. There's a ground ball to third. Seitzer has it. Goes to White at second to get Christensen, and that'll take care of business. So the Twins get a hit. They've left on 5, but after 5.5, they lead it 4-0. So top of the lineup for the Royals here in the 6th. Wilson, Stillwell, and Seitzer. Viola, 18 batters, 72 pitches, 5 innings, 4 hits, and 4 strikeouts. Wilson tripled and then was thrown out trying to score. Excuse me. He's also struck out. He is 1 for 2. Into right, base hit. Christensen quickly throws it back in, and Willie goes back to first. He has 34 steals, but he's not going here. Here's Stillwell. Curd is 0 for 2. Oh, they got rid of the GM as well. Someone has to fall on the sword, I suppose. Throw to first for the out. The smart thing would be to take someone that hadn't managed before, give him some experience, let him go at the end of the year, and helps with interviews for that person later on. And there's a rain delay, so the Tarps go on the field for 13 minutes. And that'll do it. Viola is going to be done. It'll be German Gonzalez coming in. So Viola is eligible for the win. German is 26, fastball at 93, and a standard pitcher. Making his 9th appearance, 8 2/3. He doesn't have a decision. His ERA is 3.12. Almost pat. He hasn't pitched, well, he's pitched 3 days in a row. And he's pitched, since coming up on August 5th. So in the Tigers' 9-7 win, hasn't pitched in 4 days, after pitching 3 days in a row. He went 1 inning, 20 pitches, allowed an earned run and a hit and a strikeout. Overall, Gonzalez 8 2/3, 5 hits, 3 runs, all earned. He's walked 6 and struck out 8. So Stillwell is 0 for 2. When is the postgame show? You're going to call in. No postgame with this one because we're actually doing 2 games on this date, a weekend apart. GM got replaced at the start of the season. Not sure if the current GM gets fired this year. If so, that's episode 1 of That's Jerry. So is Gardner going to Canton? They throw to first, which is why I didn't go to Willie. 4-0 Twins. Nobody out in the 6th following a rain delay. Yay! He's going to Canton. Wilson goes. Loudner throws down to Gagne, and Greg can't get the tag down. That's 35 for Willie. So runner in scoring position. That actually is Viola's runner. And a 1-strike count to Stillwell, who will take the ball outside. 1-1. So fastball for Gonzalez from the stretch. Popped up. Loudner to the screen, and I think he's going to run out of real estate. Yep, he is, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Tim, they're out in Canton in a couple of weeks. You should go. You might have power by then. The 1-2. Ground ball to Gonzalez. Throws to first. Stillwell is retired. Wilson moves to third. 1 out for Kevin Seitzer, who's 1 for 2 with a single. Gonzalez can only go about 25 pitches. He'd finish the 6th and maybe start the 7th. Struck him out. He chased an 0-2 changeup. 2 out for Brett. George is 1 for 2.
You do any football? I think it's for most football games, although it's the app of people who are organizing it.
Pitch to Brett. Into right center field and gone. George Brett, with his 19th home run of the year, has made it a 4-2 ball game. And if you sat through the rain in the first 6 innings, and a Royals fan, that just paid off in spades. It's now a 2-run ball game. Gonzalez trying to figure out how to work in the moment, just left too much of it over the plate for Brett. And Brett put one in the water fountain out there in right center. So 4-2 the score, 2 out in the 6th, and here's Tabler, who was 0 for 2. Ground ball left side, base hit, and the Royals are cooking with gas. So 2 in it so far in the inning, and here's Danny Tartable. Danny is 0 for 2. He has struck out once. Deep breath from Gonzalez, and it hit him. Oh, my word. You're not doing that one on purpose. That got him in the ribs. And now here's Frank White, who is the go-ahead run. So Tabler on second, Tartable on first, 2 out. And if something happens here, they won't be just blessing the rains down in Africa. They'll be blessing the rains here in Kansas City. Pitch to White. Slow chopper to Gagne. He goes to her and quells the rally. However, George Brett, a 2-run homer, 2 runs, 3 hits. They leave on 2, and after 6, it's the Twins 4, the Royals 2. I didn't do Marv Albert doing basketball because I can't really do a Marv Albert. Still got 3 innings to go in this one. Yep, the rain delay certainly changed the momentum. Lee Brandt can probably pitch the inning. I'm surprised the computer took out Viola. It was only a 13-minute delay. 27 batters for Lee Brandt, 90 pitches, 6 innings, 10 hits, and a walk. Hasn't struck out anybody. Gladden 2 for 3. 2 singles and a run scored. Yet Dave got elected to the Football Hall of Fame. Pitch to Gladden. Ground ball to third. Seitzer across the way to Brett. Wait, we got Tim, we got Demos, and we got Todd B. Thanks, Gus. Here's Tommy Hurd. Tommy 1 for 3. He has singled, grounded into a double play, driven in a run, and scored twice. There's a line drive past White into center field for a base hit. That's the 11th hit for the Twins. And as Kirby Puckett steps up, we're going to go to the pen. So righty, switchy, lefty. Who am I going to go with? We'll start with Jeff Montgomery. We got a pitching change. This game coming to you from Royal Stadium in Independence, Missouri. 3 amigos for sure. My goodness. All the bad puns you can eat. Please tip your waitress and try the veal. Montgomery's 26, throws a fastball at 93, and is an extreme fly ball pitcher. It's his 23rd appearance. He's 2-1 on the replay with a 2.91 ERA. He last pitched against the Rangers on the 23rd. A 5-1 loss. Wasn't anything to do with him. 2 innings, 22 pitches, and a strikeout. Overall for Montgomery, 34 innings, 23 hits, 11 runs, all earned. 2 homers, 16 walks, and 27 strikeouts. Won't be able to finish it, but he might be able to get you in the 9th. So it'll be Kirby Puckett with her on first. Kirby has an RBI. He has 99 on the year. He is 1 for 3 today with a single. In fact, Christensen is the only Twins hitter not to have a hit. Pitch to Puckett. Lace to left. Bo. Yes. The scouting report had him played perfectly. 2 out. Here's Larkin. Gene is singled twice and driven in 2. Jamie, if you're still watching, when you first start playing Action PC baseball, read that play-by-play box carefully. It will give you hints on how players are doing. Pitch to Larkin. Gene swings. Fly ball right field. Tartable goes back in the corner and will make the catch to retire. No, he does not. It does not. He fooled everybody, and Her's going to third. Larkin's got a single. I'm not sure what that was. I thought Tartable made the catch, and I think Larkin thought Tartable made the catch. It just kind of, there's no wind. I think it just kind of tailed away on him at the end. Good luck to the YouTube auto captioner for that one. Here's Ken Herbeck. He's 1 for 2. He is singled and walked. So runners on the corners. The runs, Her will score, and it's now 5-2 Minnesota. Pitch to Herbeck. Larkin on first. Tries for the steal. The throw down to Stillwell from Owen is not in time, and Mean Gene, the hit machine, has a second steal. So the Twins' aggressive base running has worked out for now. So 0-1 to Herbeck. Montgomery's pitch. That's outside. Gets away from Owen, and Larkin moves up 90. So on the wild pitch, it's now a ball and a strike. No problem. So runner on third and a 1-1 count to Kent Herbeck. 5-2 Twins. 2 out, top the 7th. Swing and a miss. So a ball and 2 strikes to Herbeck. Montgomery deals. And that's outside or inside, ball 2. So 2-2. Herbeck going to be patient now. You can probably, with a home run, break this puppy open. 2-2. Outside, ball 3. So Herbeck has worked it full. And Montgomery, who thought he was going to cruise through, now is a full count to the dangerous Kent Herbeck with a runner on third. Is Larkin. Pitch to Kent. Fly ball right field. Tartable running over, and that is out of play. So the cat and mouse game continues as the count remains full. Montgomery gets a fresh baseball. It's his sign and deals. Walked him. So Herbeck draws the walk. Runners on the corners for Loudner. Tim is 1 for 3. He has singled and grounded into a double play. So Montgomery was trying to be the fireman. He hasn't quite gotten to the fire yet. Pitch to Loudner. Base hit, left center field. Larkin's going to score. Herbeck around second. Bo's got it. They're going to try to get Herbeck there. Bo with a little mustard on the throw. Down the sight, sir. No, sir. So runners on the corners in a 6-2 ball game. How you doing, Scotty? For John Christensen, who is 0 for 3. And so this one really has been a game so far the Twins really, really needed. And Randy Bush is going to pinch hit. Bush as a pinch hitter hitting 200 with an RBI. Overall, 284, 11 homers, and 56 RBI. Montgomery with 2 out, runners on the corners, trying desperately to hold this to a 4-run margin. Pitch to Bush. Fly ball right field. Tartable way back there and gone! A home run from Randy Bush. A 3-run shot, a pinch hit, 3-run blast makes it 9-2. And the crowd here in Kansas City grows eerily silent
No, I'm still here. Oops. So what was the last thing you saw? So while Comcast was playing with the internet, what was the last thing you saw, Tribe fan? The home run by Bush. Okay. So you didn't miss anything except for seeing it again. And since there might be a Royals fan, we'll withhold showing that again. So Montgomery will come out. And now he'll go with Jerry Don Gleaton. Terry Don, 31 years old, fastball at 89, 23rd appearance. He's 3-1 on the season, a 3.86 ERA. He last pitched 6 days ago against Cleveland. Went 2/3 of an inning and a 2-1 loss, made 4 pitches, and that was it. 23 1/3 innings, 18 hits, 10 runs, all earned, a home run, 8 walks, and 16 strikeouts. So Greg Gagne steps up, 1 for 3 with a single. Gleaton should have to work with JD. Would have sounded better. Yeah, instead of Jerry Don. Yeah, I agree. Pitch to Gagne. Here's a ground ball to Seitzer, and the inning's finally over. As long as George Brett can make the catch. He does. And no, he doesn't! What a nightmare for the Royals. Seitzer throws it away. And is Gagne going to get... Yep, Gagne gets second and goes in the dugout. My word. This is 5-year-old in a haunted house nightmare type stuff for the Royals. So here's Newman, who is 1 for 3. He has singled and scored. My word. Pitch to Newman, and he walks. So first and second, 2 out for Dan Gladden, who was 2 for 4. He has singled twice and scored. There's a ground ball to Stillwell, who'll throw it to Brett. And now we can say, finally, that'll do it. Stretch time, 9-2, Minnesota. So 5 runs, 4 hits, and a big error. And a 3-run pinch hit home run from your new Minnesota Twin right fielder, Randy Bush. Is a 4 and a 5 out there. Now, again, I don't think the computer deals too much with momentum and what happens after that. In real life, the Royals start this day only 1 out, and it would have been, some soul searching after this one if they got crushed. But for the computer, it's just, tomorrow's another day. Bo Jackson is 1 for 2. He has singled, stolen a base, and struck out. Gonzalez starts the 7th with a ground ball to third. Newman over to Herbeck. Bo's running, and he is out on a bang-banger. That was close. Here's Larry Owen, who we'll get pinch hit for. Let's see. Who can hit a tiring righty? It'll be Brad Wellman,
who does have a pinch hit home run and 4 RBI. Overall, 245, 2 homers, and 13 RBI. 9-2 Twins after the Royals put 2 up in the 6th. Base hit left field. And Gladden will throw it back in and hold Wellman to a single. I don't know how long the computer's going to leave Gonzalez in. Here's Willie Wilson. He is 2 for 3. Tripled, scored, stolen a base, and struck out. And yet, Gagne with a spoon, for sure. And Loudner reminds Gonzalez, I know you're tired, just do what you can. You got a 7-run cushion. Struck him out. That's how you do it. An 0-2 changeup, and that'll bring in Keith Atherton. Got a pitching change. This game coming to you from Independence, Missouri. So Atherton has been a workhorse for the Twins. He's 3-4 with a 2.56 ERA. His 47th appearance. 29 years old. Fastball at 87. And a fly ball pitcher. He hasn't pitched in a week. He last faced the Rangers on the 20th and got Christmas treed. In fact, his ERA jumped nearly half a run. In not retiring a batter, he threw 16 pitches, allowed 2 hits, 3 runs, all earned a homer and a walk. That's bad. Overall, 63 innings, 52 hits, 18 runs, all earned, 7 homers. He's walked 23 and struck out 25. But they lead. He has a 7-run cushion. He can go 25 pitches. I don't think he gets the last 7 outs. But the margin is in Minnesota's favor. Stillwell is 0 for 3. Pitch from Atherton. Ground ball to third. Newman goes to her, and we are through 7. Royals get a hit. That's it. After 7, 9-2 Twins. Jamie Court goes into the 9-hole. Behind the plate is a 7 and a 5. Here's Tommy Herr. Tommy is 2 for 4. He has singled twice, scored 3 times today, and driven in a run. Jerry Don's pitch. Slow chopper to Stillwell. Kurt throws to Brett for the out. Now, the Royals don't want to have to use Steve Farr. There isn't any point in it. You don't want to use your closer. You're down 7. Here's Kirby Puckett, 1 for 4. Has singled and driven in a run. Fly ball, left center field. Back goes Bo, and that is off the wall. So Puckett goes into second standing with his 34th double of the year for number 34. He'll pitch to Larkin. My word. But he's pretty much done. Gene is 3 for 4 and draws the walk, and that'll do it for Gleaton. So who can we throw in here? They're going to go with Ted Power. You're down 7 runs. Power has lost his last 4 decisions. He's going to make his last start of the year in 4 days. He is 1-8 with an 8.33 ERA. So obviously he'll pitch quite well. Fastball at 86 and a fly ball plus pitcher. Last pitched on the 22nd against the Yankees in a 6-5 win. 6 1/3, no decision, 118 pitches, 10 hits, 4 runs, all earned. A walk and tied for a season high 6 strikeouts. Overall, 76 2/3, 126 hits, 75 runs, 71 earned, 7 homers. He's walked 28 and struck out 39. So Power pretty much is now a crash test dummy to face Herbeck, Loudner, and Bush with 1 out here in the 8th. Kent has a single, has walked twice and scored. 1 for 2. Fly ball, right center field. Wilson should have this lined up. Willie's there, makes the catch. Puckett tags and will hold. 2 out. For Loudner, Tim is 2 for 4. He is singled twice, driven in a run and scored. First and second power deals. Loudner in the left center. That's a base hit. Puckett's going to score. Loudner's in the second with a double, and Larkin will run around and score, and it's 11-2. And it is dead silent here at Royal Stadium. So here's Randy Bush. It was his 3-run pinch hit home run in the 7th that changed the trajectory of this game. At that point, it was a 2-run game. Not anymore. It's not. Pitch to Bush. Base hit, left center field. Bo will pick it up. John Wathan in the Royals dugout has to wonder, as Bo uncorks one towards the plate. What a throw. And they got a chance at Loudner here. Quirks tag. Got him. Ho, 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 baby. Bo Jackson took the Minnesota Twins to the People's Court. Because if you can't do it another way, take it in your own hands. And Jackson threw him out on a magnificent throw. However, the Twins get 2 more. And we go to the bottom of the 8th. It's 11-2 Minnesota. So Seitzer 1 for 3 with a strikeout to face Atherton, Brett, and Tabler to follow. I was about to say, I forgot what I was going to say. Pitch to Seitzer. Kevin, base hit left field. Gladden will pick it up. The chat has fallen asleep. So Seitzer has a single. That's his second hit of the ballgame. So here is George Brett. It was Brett's home run in the 6th that made it a 4-2 game. He's now driven in 100 runs and hit 19 homers. Yep, Loudner got Wapnered. Now, if he was paying attention to the crowd, then someone would have said 5 minutes to Wapner, and he could have figured that one out. Pitch to Brett. Popped up right side. There's her. Tommy, a rainmaker, as the skies are clearing here, makes a catch for the out. And as you can tell, if you're new to the channel, I have all the latest pop culture hits. Here's Pat Tabler. Pat 1 for 3 with a single. Seitzer on first, 1 out in the 8th. Atherton's pitch. Ground ball to Herbeck. Kent goes to Gagne for 1. Is he going to throw to first? He is, and they're going to turn to 3-6-3 double play. Everything coming up roses for the Minnesota Twins. No runs, a hit, nobody left on, and all the latest puns. We go to the 9th. Ted Power out there to continue to take Charlie Steiner's whooping. It's 11-2 Twins. So Gagne, Newman, and Gladden. Randy Bush came in the game as a pinch hitter and is now 2 for 2 with 3 RBI. Greg Gagne is 1 for 4 with a single. Power starts the 9th, popped up. Quirk to the screen. No. And the count is full. Powers pitch. Ground ball to Stillwell. Kurt has it. Throws to Brett. And it's a long throw, and Gagne's running, and Greg is out on a bang-banger. So 1 out for Newman, who is 1 for 3. He has walked and scored and singled. 11 runs, 17 hits, no errors for the Twins. They've left on 8. The Royals, 2 runs, 9 hits, 2 errors, and 6 left on. Pitch to Newman. There's a base hit in the center field. Wilson will throw back in. 18 hits now for the Twins. Here's Dan Gladden, 2 for 5. And so if you're wondering why the Twins are good, you just got a pretty graphic example of why the Twins are where they are. And next Wednesday afternoon, noon Eastern, 9 Pacific, here on the Tube, you'll get the rebuttal maybe from Kansas City. Dan has singled twice and scored once. Newman staying put. Gladden swings. That's into left. Bo goes back. Off the wall. Newman had stopped. He rounds third. Bo again is going to try and throw out a runner at the plate. Stillwell with the relay. Here comes the throw to Quirk. Newman slides and is safe. 12-2 Minnesota. So Gladden has a double. Here's her. Tommy 2 for 5. Has singled twice, scored 3 times. Grounded into a double play and driven in a run. Ground ball to third. Seitzer has it. Throws to Brett. 2 out. Somebody's about to get beaned. Yeah. Let's hope it's not Kirby Puckett, because that's what happened to him in real life. Kirby 2 for 5. He has singled, doubled, RBI, and a run scored. He had 99 RBI on the year. It'll be Tartable, White, and Bo for the Royals of the night. Kirby struck him out, and power to the people. He's done. He chased a 1-2 fastball to end it. One more run for the Twins, however, for stretching that last run. Again, they play 7 times. They play 6 more times. They'll get it back. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors. Bottom of the 9th. The Royals need 10 to tie and 11 to win. So Atherton to face Tartable, White, and Bo Jackson. Danny is 0 for 2 with the K. Atherton starts the 9th. Ground ball to Gagne. Greg has it on the wet turf. Throws to Herbeck. And Tartable is out on a bang-banger. 1 away. Frank White is 0 for 3. And he'll bat here. Crowd leaving at White's fly ball left field. Crowd liked it. So does Danny Gladden. 2 out. So last chance saloon for the Royals. For Bo Jackson, who was 1 for 3. He stolen a base, singled, and struck out. The Twins about to win their 80th game of the year. And as Scotty says, if anybody could hit a 10-run homer, it's Paul Bunyan here at the plate. And this game is longer than some of my stories. That's right. Pitch to Bo. Ground ball to Newman, who makes an absolute web gem. He gets a mouthful of Missouri dirt and throws out Bo. And Minnesota, in 3 hours and 31 minutes, has destroyed the Royals 12-2. They go to 80 and 47, 12 runs, 19 hits, no errors. And they leave on 9. The Royals, for this night anyway, take the loss, 78-49. No, but yes. 2 runs, 9 hits, 2 errors, and they left on 6. And Randy Bush, who hit that 3-run homer in the 7th, is your digital dice MVP. Frankie Viola gets his 16th win. He would have pitched longer. Well, he was at 113. He could have pitched a couple more innings. 5 innings because of the rain, 5 hits, a run it was earned, and 4 strikeouts. Jermaine Gonzalez gets the hold of the inning in 2/3, 3 hits, the solo homer or the home run to Brett, and 2 strikeouts, and Atherton gets the final 7 outs on a hit. Midlife always takes the offense. Will purposely run up the score, went up big to see if a specific opponent will try to do the same to me. Yeah. No fireworks show after this one. The Twins stole them all. Lee Brandt takes the loss, 6 in the 3rd, 11 hits, 5 runs, 3 earned, a walk. Montgomery, wow. 1/3 of an inning, the home run to Bush, 3 hits, 4 runs all earned. Jerry Don Gleaton, 2/3 of an inning. It was technically a Friday night game, Todd. 2 runs, both earned, 2 walks. And Ted Power, the designated punching bag, an inning and 2/3, 4 hits, and just a 1 run and a strikeout. All right, so that will do. We will finish this day Monday at noon Eastern, 9 Pacific
when we do the Tigers and the Brewers from Milwaukee. So that's that for that. If you're in the path of Debbie, please stay safe. We had to rearrange our anniversary dinner to Saturday to not get rained on. So that's that for that. Thank you so much. No Thursday game next week. We'll have a game for you Monday and a game for you Wednesday. It'll be the Tigers and the Brewers on Monday, and then the Twins and the Royals on Wednesday. And we'll get a football game in there somewhere along the line on tape. Thank you so much. We'll talk to you the next time. So long, everybody.